First DadsR'Us podcast. Yeah, man, we'll just so I'm a dad of, I've got a daughter, she's 2 years old. My world, man, definitely.
I'm a dad, father of one, to a beautiful baby boy called Casey. Follow him on Instagram as well, Casey Romeo. Follow me on Instagram too, who is Kaii.
Alright, calm. So I brought this all together basically because I just wanted to showcase fatherhood to the wider audience, because fathers don't really always get seen in the best of light. So I just wanted to showcase that dads are around, innit? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Dads, that as much as mums, we have mad respect for mums all day, every day. But fathers are around as well. Good fathers, do you know what I mean? That are there for their kids. So I put this all together for that purpose and to shed light on that. But alongside of that, I just wanted to chop it up with you and see how your journey's been as well. You feel me?
My journey, I can't really complain. My journey's been calm, to be honest. Like the first year of my life with my son and my missus at the time, it was good, but obviously we was coming from two different backgrounds and everything was just mad. But anyway, putting that aside, in terms of raising Casey, what can I say? I only had him in the evening times and on weekends because I was always at work. I was doing a 9 to 5 working in the corporate world, so I didn't get that much time with him. But when lockdown came, I had all the world's most amount of time. Like I could spend every day with him essentially because I wasn't working. I was on furlough, so it was just it was the best, to be honest, to have that freedom, that flexibility.
No, 100%. That was very important. And then we'll go on to that then, to say how was in the first year then work-life balance and
for myself
being a father, balancing your work life.
It's calm because I've always made time for my son. Like, if those who know me personally know that I've always, like, me and my son have a unique relationship. Like, we're so close. Literally, we do everything together. He's my best friend essentially, you know what I mean?
100%.
And yeah, I couldn't spend the time with him at the early stages, but even at the early stages, to be honest, I was a bit nervous when it came to raising my child. Like,
right.
I was there with him, but I wasn't there with him at the same time, and I think that may have caused problems between me and my missus at the time as well. But
all right, so I want to take it back. Let's not talk about that then, right? Work-life balance. We'll go into that later then. Take it all the way back. How did you feel when you found out you was going to be a dad? How was that experience?
How was it?
Yeah, before me, Casey,
I was at work at the time.
Take us, because there's going to be loads of dads out there that the child isn't even born yet. But imagine they've just found out today. Tell them about your experience. They've just found out today that they're about to be a dad. Share your experience.
Share my experience. Well,
yeah, you was on your way.
I wasn't on my way to it. I was at work. I was surprised, to be fair, because I wasn't expecting the call.
No, a lot of men don't expect that.
Literally,
call.
I was at work.
A lot of men don't expect.
I was at work and I was just told that I'm gonna be taking a pregnancy test because I think I'm pregnant. So it's like I was shocked. Like, pregnant? Huh?
Yeah.
What? And
so shock.
I was shocked. I just stopped working. I had to go smoke a cigarette. I don't even smoke, mate. I had to go smoke. I think I went to Rion. I was like, yo, bro, I'm so stressed right now. I need a cigarette. Like, I was just in so much shock to know that I'm gonna be a parent.
Yeah. But you didn't know yet. She was about to take, or did she tell you then?
She told me when I was at work. Like, she messaged me.
So she took the test.
She said that I'm pregnant, and I called her straight away. I was like,
via
what?
Text.
She texted me, bro, and I called her straight away.
Boy, how do you imagine getting that text? I would my situation. I was explaining my situation in a minute, but to get a text, I think that's kind of like. That's even not necessarily even worse than getting a phone.
To be honest, it wasn't that deep to me. I didn't really care. It's just it was the shock of knowing that, wow, you're pregnant. I'm gonna be a dad. Like,
did you have any previous conversations about?
Well, there was always
parents?
we never really spoke about it, but she thought that she could have been. So she did mention it, that she thinks that she's pregnant because she missed her period. So So it was in the back of my mind, but I tried to ignore it. I didn't want it to. It's not even that I didn't want it to be. It's just at the time of my life or where I was at, I wasn't thinking of being a parent. Like that didn't cross my mind not once. I was thinking, even though I did when I was younger, say to myself, I wanted to be a young dad. Anytime from the age of 23, I'd be happy to be a dad.
So how old was you when you became a father? Or when you? Yeah.
I was 25.
Young. Fam.
Yeah, I was 25. So that's what I'm saying, man. Even now, even to think that I'm a dad, it's still a crazy thought. Like, I don't know, but I love my son. That's all I can say. Like, he's my best friend, and
yeah. So you found out. She texted you. You called her. You had that conversation. The realization hit, and then now it's like, where do we go from here? It's like planning time.
That's what it was.
So you mentioned, who did you tell first? No, not who did you tell first. So I just want to, so people understand how the process was, not necessarily the process, cause what the feelings are. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I feel like mums know, because they've got more maternal instincts. Do you understand? Dads or soon to be dads don't.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel so.
Yeah.
Like I'll explain my story, my situation. So, my mother of my child, she was away on holiday, yeah, and we was together for a while, innit? We was together for a while. So along the years, she thought she was at times, and she didn't think, and you get me. So we gone through the scares. Do you know what I mean? So this time we thought it was just a scare, you know, like you said, she might miss the period. It just came late.
It's the initial shock of knowing I'm gonna be a parent. It's like,
right, you feel me? So she was away on holiday. When she came back, she was like, "Oh, I'm really late." I'm like, "Okay, cool. You've been through that before." So she was like, "No, I'm feeling different this time, mad different." So I'm like, "Cool." So when she came back from holiday, she took the test. I was actually on my way to work, and she called me. And I swear I almost crashed my car, fam. When she told me, I was just like, because we had this, back before.
Did you not talk about kids before?
Yes, because I always told her, if you're gonna take a test, take it with me. I would like to be there to share that experience.
And then she done it without you.
She did it without me, so I was like, all right, cool, fine. You were eager to know, and she did it while she was on her break at work.
It's a personal thing, and she was probably just taking a guess, so you can't even really say it. Like
no
that.
facts, and
you
I was
can't
like,
be selfish to
no,
that.
I
fact,
can't
you
be.
know what I mean? Yeah.
That's true, very true. So I'm like, all right, cool. So yeah, so she called me, told me. I was like, rah, all right, cool. I'm on my way to work. Bearing in mind, I work for myself, so it's not like I had.
That's the difference between me and you. I
You
was
understand?
doing 9 to 5. You had the flexibility
I had a
to
whole.
have her whenever you wanted. So
not even that. I'm not only because when you work for someone, that's reliable money. You feel me? My situation was
it's not a secure income.
It's not a secure income per se. You get me? So that was another why it was such a shock, because I'm a business owner, entrepreneur, and it's like now I've got another mouth to feed
on top of
everything. You get me? So
you've got your whole stress of running
my business,
and then now you got the other stress of it's not even a stress. It's just the extra pressure of having a child, and that's
exactly
it's crazy,
right?
Yeah,
you feel me? So it was like, wow, okay.
So you just had the wow factor.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. So it was like, I remember that I was just very. I called up, you know what it is? I called up every dad. I remember that week. I called up every dad that I knew, or like young dad that I knew like me.
To say, how do you do it?
How do you do it?
Yeah.
And there was 2 people in my family I called up.
I didn't do that, you know.
I called up. I was just like, yo, I need some advice, because I'm like, raw, like, what is this? I even shouted my own dad, fam, to get advice.
Yeah.
But you feel me? And uncles and because I didn't know what I was going to go into, like. Because
it's a different experience. It's something you've never gone through before.
Never gone through. And it's not like our family, what do you call it? Plan this going into fatherhood.
Nah,
I think mums, they help their daughters, and you get me, you know, go. I feel like that happens anyway. But for fathers, we don't. There's no what's that? Like weaning in period. You get me? There's no weaning in period. It's just boom, you're gonna become a dad, and you gotta deal with it.
it's never your choice as a guy.
You
which
understand?
Is the only unfortunate thing.
Yeah, 100%. So it's that, and then it's like, I mean, yeah, I just wanted bare advice. That's what I wanted, bare advice from people. So that's what I did for a long...
I took it a totally different route. Like I didn't, I was, when I was surprised, I was gassed at the same time because I was thinking, wow, I'm having a child. And I was always like question marking whether I'm going to get a boy or girl as well. And me, I always wanted to have like a mini me, a little boy, even though I'll be happy to, I would have been happy to have a girl at the time. But for the fact I got my boy, and it's just like me and him now, like our relationship is mad.
I love
it's
you,
second to none, man. Literally.
Because I'll put it out there, we're cousins, innit? So obviously, when I found out I was having a child, so our kids are how many months apart?
Like 5 months, maybe
6 months, 6 months,
yeah,
apart. So obviously, our mother of our kids, I need to get that correct. I hate saying BMs.
Yeah, don't say that. That's bad.
So mother of our kids, they were not necessarily close, but they saw each other pregnant. You know what I mean? So they spoke, and you get me. So
they had a relationship.
So it's like, I like that because it's like it runs in our family.
For all of our
all of us.
For the mother of our kids to be involved in, like, I don't know, like with the family.
No. I'm saying it to say, remember our parents.
That's what I'm saying. They was involved in the family, like they was around, and like everyone was pregnant at the same time.
Yes.
So they was able to have a proper relationship, which was good for us as well at that time, because.
And
it made us better as a family together as well.
Right,
so it was good.
And I'm happy that our kids are the same age, basically.
Yeah, because it's basically like us now. We're all the same age, so we can grow up with each other and like do whatever.
You feel me? So that's a plus. That's when you become a dad. It's like, when you saw Casey for the first time.
Oh God!
When you saw Casey for the first time,
that was mad.
That's what dads want to know. When you saw Casey for the first time, for mom, it's like, but for a dad, you don't get that. You feel me? Like
I saw the and that blew my mind.
That picture you'll never forget.
I will never forget it. My son came out purple. I was like, oh wow, what is this? I saw it live. Oh, if you're listen, I don't know. I didn't want to do it. I just done it because I was too frozen to move at the time. But it was crazy, and I saw him come out, and then it was just like, wow, this is me. And then they gave him to me straight away. They didn't even give him to his mum. And I was like, what? Like,
you didn't know what to do. Fumbling egg.
She was on that the thing, the air and gas, whatever it is.
In there.
So she didn't know what she was doing.
She was
waved. So they gave him to me, and we done what's that thing, chest to chest,
skin to skin.
Sorry, and that was mad. Right. When I was holding him, like words
so
can't even explain that feeling.
Obviously, the mom and who else? Birthing partners.
Her mum and her best friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 of you on the room.
We was lucky, to be honest. They didn't want us all in there, but you know, sometimes it's
drop a fiver to the.
We didn't even pay them on that, and I just speeched them. I said, "Come, allow us, man. It's my first child," and
so they want the experience.
Yeah, and they ended up leaving us, but they just said at one time in the room, only 2 of you can be in there, and the other one has to go. So we just kept on swapping. Okay. Now during this whole quarantine madness, they'll never allow.
No, that's
that's why I'm blessed. I'm so happy my son was born just before all this craziness.
How
was it for you?
Boy, obviously I was filming. So
you filmed it?
Yeah, I had one
so
hand.
So you still got footage to this day?
Yeah,
you think I could ever rewatch that? Nah, that's a memory I don't want to experience. Well, I'm gonna have to if I have.
So I had one. She was holding one hand. I was filming in there. I was filming with the other, and it was my hand turned blue. Just all I knew. My hand turned blue, and when my daughter came out, I was like raw. And different to you, she didn't give her to me. She gave her to the mum first, but because she daughter's mum, she had to loads of. I won't go into it, but you get me.
Yeah.
She gave her to me after she got cleaned up and everything. After my daughter got cleaned up, gave her to me. We did skin to skin, and I was just looking at her like,
such a precious thing. Like, this is my
Raw.
child. Like
This is it.
yeah.
Like, there's no going back. There's no, I
They're
can't,
here
there's
now.
no rewind button.
Nope.
It's
None of
just
that.
Forward, playtime. You get me? So,
Lifelong contract.
yeah,
Signed now. Signed and
signed, sealed,
dotted.
delivered. So it's like, yeah, and you
So
just
what
fall
was,
in
what
love.
was,
You
what was the
instantly.
early moments for you like?
So you instant fall in love.
Yeah.
Like, you realize this is the one person that you can never give up on. Never give up on. That's why it's like, to see men out there that give up on their kids, or it just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
Facts, bro. Because seeing your child for the first time,
Seeing how small
mentally,
they are, knowing that that's your
that's
child.
yours, and it's like, raw. Like, why would you give up on this?
I hear that. That's why I said what I said before.
You get me?
Guys.
So that's what I realized, and now that's made it's you know what it was. It's made me
in your head.
motivated
It's
and
pushed you.
driven to do better and to be successful, because they rely on you, not just money wise, not just financial, but they rely on you to be good mentally, physically,
For them, just to
for
support
them.
them, to nurture them, to guide them, to
Right.
be that male,
that
role
male
model.
dominant, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like that male role model in their life, because it's like there's loads of there's loads of kids out there that have the mums, and it's like they don't get that balance
of having the dad as
of
well.
having a dad
But that's,
around.
you know, that's a benefit to our generation as a whole, though. I'll say that because our generation, what I have seen is that a lot of dads do tend to be around in their kids' life.
You
a
think
lot
so?
more. 100%. However, there is
Our generation.
our generation, so like our age, like not our parents in the previous
Mm-hmm.
generation, but our one now. So anyone from like 30 and under, I say the guys who
Oh,
have
yeah,
kids tend to
100%.
be involved in
Tend
their
to.
kids' life, whereas before it would just be it's just the mum and the son, or the mum and the daughter, and that's
Single
it.
mums.
Yeah, single mum.
So so we was talking about this earlier. So work life and fatherhood balance. It's hard because for me, like you said, I'm more flexible. Like I said, I still run my own business. But now I spend a lot of time with my daughter. Do you know what I mean? Because of the flexibility, and I love it. But
So what's your schedule with her?
so more times I have a good 3 to 4 days a week during the day, as our mum works, very hard worker. So yeah, mum works during the day, and then so I look after her during the day, and then our mum picks her up in the evening.
Okay.
So her mum has her in the evening and have her during the day. So it's like, yeah, we're co-parenting
Works. That's a good combination.
100%, and then I have alternative weekends. So I don't like the whole idea of a weekend dad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Trust me.
There's a
it's
lot
the
of them
worst.
out there, and I'm always a pro dad to try and
Avoid that.
avoid that.
Yeah.
Avoid seeing your dad just on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Do you know what I mean? I grew up like that, and I didn't necessarily like it growing up.
Yeah,
You
that's
feel me?
right
There's
now,
a
but
lot of kids out there that are like that.
It's not that bad though.
It's
like,
not bad.
yeah.
It's not. But I'm pro. Do you know what I mean? I would
That's what you didn't want personally for yourself, to be
Right.
a weekend dad and only see a night over the weekends. I get that.
You
Totally
understand?
get that.
But everyone's situation is different. There's hundreds of thousands of dads or millions of dads out there that only
Well, like
have
if-
that access.
on that topic as well, is just, if you are a dad, you got to make sure that you're around for your kids, man. Don't be one of them deadbeat dads that ain't trying to be involved in your child's life.
100%.
Because that's going to have a negative impact on their life.
100%.
And like you as a parent, you should know better. And we're honestly, I'm not even trying to direct no one. I'm just
No,
saying,
for real.
because it's a dad's program, trying to give my advice as
Mm-hmm.
as an individual, that I think that if you have got a child, you should try to be involved in their life as much as you can. Even if you don't have the best relationship with the child's mum, you should try to be involved.
But that's when it comes to, again, then I don't want to touch on this topic, to be honest. I'm not trying to go there.
yeah.
The relationship with
I'm not going into the relationship with the
But
child's
it's the-
mum.
it's-
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
no matter what the situation
It
is,
is.
try to have
A
an
relationship with
involvement.
the child.
Exactly.
100%. But it's hard sometimes,
Definitely.
especially when the child is young, and then you have to, you understand, go through the mum to see the child. So that sometimes you can't. That there's a blockage.
It does make it hard.
You understand? I've known hundreds of people that are in that situation. So if you can have the relationship, have the best relationship you can.
Yeah.
Don't take that for granted. That's what I'm trying to say. You get me? If you're a dad and you're around, and I mean, you're not with the mother of the child, still be around for the kid.
100%.
Don't just because you're not in
Don't be no deadbeat.
Yeah, definitely not. spend time with your son or daughter, man, because as they grow up, they will appreciate you highly. And it's mad because you don't have to go out to, like, certain dads think you need to do the most with your child to really spend time with them. Like, in terms of, you think you have to do dramatic things like go to a theme parks and spend bare money on them. You understand? A lot of dads think they need to do that in order to show how much they love their child.
So you're trying to say that they eliminate the issue of actually bonding with their child just because they're trying to spend as much money and do certain activities with them rather than actually talking to them and conversating and actually getting to know
Sometimes a conversation is worth more than a pair of trainers, fam.
Definitely.
You feel me? Like, we all love, spending time with our dad, and our dads love treating us, going here, there, and everywhere, spending money. But more time, I just love a conversation with my dad. You understand? And as I was growing up, I missed that. Yeah. You feel me? As I've grown up into a man myself, I missed that. But at the flip side,
that's where you got to start it from young. Then with you and your daughter, just start speaking to her from young, and start it from early. Because that's what I essentially do with my son. I speak to him all the time.
You understand?
Even when I'm not with him, I'll just be thinking, even I have to go through my son's mum, I'll call him and I'll just be like, I just want to see how his day is going. I'll FaceTime, we'll do whatever. You know what I mean? Exactly.
And that's what it comes to. Technology is a mad thing now.
It is,
because
it's a mad benefit. That's why we're in an advantage
in our generation.
Exactly, to our parents.
100%, because
they couldn't do that.
They couldn't FaceTime. There was nothing like
none of that. No Zoom, no Skype.
No, nothing. So it's definitely a plus. So it's getting the balance of work life right, because you can't work too much that you can't spend enough time with your child, right? Imagine you're in a family home, you're with the mother of the child, but there are loads of dads that are out there that are constantly want to be providers. Do you understand? So they're constantly working, and then don't spend time with their kids.
Oh, because they're just focused on their grind.
Right.
Okay.
And that still is a bad negative impact into the child, because definitely, if the dad is not there,
and there's a lot of guys that go through that as well. And that's the maddest thing.
You understand? They're always on the grind. They're always on, whether it's road or like legit work.
And they just put money to their kids. That's not essentially good as well, because that eliminates the issue of them actually having the bond and the relationship with the child.
It's very important, having the bond. That's what I'm saying. You could spend money on your kids, but that doesn't mean you're bonding with them. Doesn't mean that you actually know what they like, what their day is about. And it's mad because a lot of the time, you might not know even the shoe size, your son or daughter's shoe size, because you don't spend time with them. Imagine. So,
but then I think guys are just bad in general anyway, because sometimes they'll just maybe like give money towards the mum and then just tell the mum to get whatever they need to get.
Yeah, that's not good. I
don't think so. You want to be involved in everything.
I like being involved.
Me personally, I buy Casey things, but more time I just give like his mum money so she can buy whatever.
If she's out,
because it just makes sense, because she always knows what he needs, and because he's with her more than he's with me, I can and I do purchase stuff for him.
But however, would you spend a day out of your time
to take him shopping?
Yeah,
I wouldn't take him shopping and essentially for clothes and all that stuff, because I know I give his mum a certain amount of money in order, so he doesn't need to. Me and him don't need to do that, because I hate shopping. Most men hate shopping, period. Anyway, so obviously right now during lockdown, I'm craving shopping because I've missed it. But normally, if it was day-to-day life, I actually hate going to the shops.
You prefer to just, you get me?
I hate shopping in general. Shopping is just long, bro.
Staying in queues and that.
Yeah,
but for a lot of parents, that's bonding time with their child. As your child grows up,
that would just be their specific relationship. I wouldn't say that's bonding. It is, but it isn't at the same time. It is, but for me. And
did you like going trainer shopping with your dad, or did you like going out with your dad? I
liked going out. I'm an outdoorsy person, so whether I was going to buy trainers, obviously I'm a trainer person, so you can't really put that down to me. But when I would go
with your dad, would you want that same relationship with your son?
Yes and no. Yes, because me and my dad have a great relationship, but no, because I want me and his relationship to be even better than what me and his was.
Okay. Because how do you think you can make it better then?
Because, how I can make it better? I was forced into education. I did not like education when I was young. I was more of a person Like I was a free spirit. Like I liked to play football. I was an active kid rather than a in my books. Yeah, academic kid. Even though I wasn't an idiot, I got a degree. So don't get me.
Don't sue. I just said that. Don't swear. Bleep that out.
Yeah. But I wasn't as focused on my books as I should have been. I was more focused on football and just doing activities because I was an active child. Like I hated being inside my house. Even now, I hate being inside my house. I was about to swear. F lockdown. But yeah, I think it just comes down to me and myself, really. So it's how
you are as a person.
Yeah. So that's why now I'm saying I would love to have a different relationship with Casey. But sorry, I went off topic. I would like to have a good relationship with Casey because I was forced into education. So whatever my son wants to do in life, like I'll ask him, like, what is it that you want to do? Like really, I'll sit down with him when he's a certain age, maybe like 10, 11.
Do you think that's too young?
I think that's the right
secondary
age.
School when he's going
just before secondary school, 10, 11. Because at that age, even me, I knew I wanted to play football.
Okay. Yeah?
I even got into a team, but didn't pursue the team because my parents couldn't take me because of their availability to work.
Yeah.
Whereas
work-life balance.
Exactly. Whereas now with me, with whatever my son wants to do, say
you're just gonna make yourself available.
Let me finish my point. Let me land. So if my son, for example, said he wanted to play football, I'd make football his key focus. Like I'd push him hard. Like rather than push him on education, even though I'd push him on that, but not as hard as I would push him on the football because I know that's what he wants. So because he wants that, he's gonna work harder at it. If that makes sense. I'm not saying I want him to be a footballer. He can be whatever he wants. But if that's what he wanted to do, I'll push him to be the best footballer that there is. I'll help him as much as I can. And that's what I wanted as a child from my parents, which they never gave me. And that's why I'm using all of those negatives of
into a positive.
I'm going to change all that into a positive. That makes sense.
No, 100%, because obviously our parents only grew up with what their parents
exactly
told them.
They grew up on what they know, so I don't like blame my parents for anything at all, because
they always just want better for us. Do you know what I mean? So they always thought education was the key to success. You get me? But in our day and age, as we know, there's multi-millionaires that have 0 degrees out there. You feel me? So they just gone to what they're passionate and won from it. You get me? So 100%, I do rate that 100%. So
how do you feel on that topic though? Like, how are you gonna raise your child?
Yeah,
are you gonna
100%.
be on a similar flex, or are you gonna be more focused on the education factor?
You know what it is? You need to be educated, but
100%. You do need to be educated. So
but
you always need
never stop learning throughout life. You feel me? So if it's something, if she says to me at a certain age, like I said, 10, 11, 12, I want to be X, Y, and Z, or I'm passionate about this, Dad, then if I've got the means to do it, let's do it. If I've got the money to do it, let's do it. Because that's what it comes down to as well. Let me stop you there. A lot of our parents didn't really have the money to really pursue what we wanted to do.
Not necessarily.
No, let me land. Football, if you really wanted to do football.
Yeah.
Football trainers, football coaching, football this, football that, all costs goes into thousands. To be a professional footballer, yeah, I'm telling you, it costs close to $1 million before you even get your first professional contract.
I wouldn't say it's that much.
Come on, think about it. All the academies you have to go to.
I hear that.
The football training. I'm not saying,
but
I'm just
not
a
all
blanket
the time.
statement.
Not all the time.
Not all the
everything is that expensive.
Yeah.
Time you're only paying that money if you're not good. If you're good, the teams are gonna want
pick
you.
And true, very, very true. There has the rare ones, Raheem Sterling's, you get me, the Rashfords. They're rare, but more time. I don't know about football. I'm not. I like watching football. Maybe I don't know the finance behind it all. But I'm just saying, whatever business or career you want to get into, there's money that has to go into it. You feel me? And sometimes our parents are right. We rather you get an education so you can fund yourself in the passion that you want to do, rather than me as the parent fund you what you want to do. Okay. Which, do you understand?
Yeah.
So fair enough, you wanted to be a footballer, but I feel like books was drilled down your neck, and that's why you didn't like it.
Yeah, it was, because it wasn't fun anymore. Education wasn't fun. It just became that something I had to do just because my parents was forcing me to do it at the time.
You feel me?
So it kind of, I don't know, it just became a negative thing towards me. Whenever there was, I don't know, I didn't want to start talking on that topic because it could end up being a sensitive topic.
You
and
get
I don't want to
me?
go
Like,
there.
all right, cool. So let's bring it back to as a father. Then we just have to support our kids. Simple. If your child if she's 8 or she's 8, 9, and 10 at the moment, and then she says to you, Dad, I want to be an actress. You get me? She says, I want to be an actress. If you have the means to do it, do it. You understand? Put her into acting school. Put her into performance arts.
That's an expensive one.
Right, but it's expensive. Everything's expensive.
Having a kid's expensive.
Having a child's expensive.
So if you're a soon-to-be dad, just know
bills.
That's a lifelong cost.
Yeah,
that's a lifelong cost.
A never-ending contract.
You see that?
Big pockets. Never-ending contract. So yeah, so whether you're first-time dad or you got many other kids, I feel like believe in what your kids want. You understand? I haven't really reached the level of my daughter knowing what she wants. She's only 2, but I feel like I can see her personality growing. That she's gonna be interested in everything. Like, I mean, obviously I run a music business. Do you know what I mean? So she's always in studio with me. You feel me? So she might pick up and like be in music.
I think she will. Doing
something in music and all of that. But there's so many things that come with that. If she really wants to pursue something like music,
the world's an oyster, isn't it? So.
Facts. So it's it's just trust your kids. Yeah, so that's very true what you're saying. So that's why I'm advocate for not just men at my age or men your age, but men even older than us.
Yeah.
Be advocate for be around for your kids. Do you know what I mean? So,
but
it's not man bash. Pause. Pause. It's not pause. It's not it's not I need to get this right. It's gonna come out mad. I'm not it's gonna come. What man, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm not trying to I'm not. Oh, wait.
Come on, guys.
Let me get this out.
Get there.
Rion's coming.
Don't look at him.
Alright. Yeah, I can't hate on men. You feel me? Because I'm not hating. Like, there's literally like good men out there. Good men that just don't have the opportunity to be good dads.
Yeah, they don't.
You understand?
Yeah, sometimes the mom can make it difficult.
Right.
For guys.
So it's like I can't hate on men. I can't hate on that.
That's what brings me back to what I was saying before. Just be involved as much as you can. Just know you're doing your part. Because that's 100%. The main thing, isn't it? Because that's always what's gonna matter to the child or the individual who it's affecting at the end of the day. So even if you don't have that relationship with the mom, try to. I don't even want to say go behind the back and speak to your child, but you're in your right to do what you need to do or what you feel is the best thing to do. Do you get it?
But yeah, it's just crazy because along this journey, like with DadsR'Us, along this journey of podcasts, we're gonna interview and have like loads of guests on our show, yeah.
So they can just speak about their experience.
So they can speak about their experience, and we're gonna get guys that have had no relationship with their kids or had tried to have a relationship with their kids, and ones that are like us in their kids' life. You get me? So we're gonna have.
Very fortunate. We're both very fortunate.
We're gonna have all different types of dads. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited. Yeah. Would you like to say anything before we wrap up?
Thanks for tuning into the first ever DadsR'Us podcast, and I hope you come back because we're about to be going through the mazes with the people that we're gonna have coming down. So I'm sure you're not going to want to miss the episodes. That's all I can say on that. You know, 100%. the one and only who is Kaii.
Thank you,
Gem the engineer.
Just Gem. Yeah. So yeah, Oops. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, that was just an introductory into my experiences, Kai's experiences, and you'll get to know us more along this journey, podcast definitely. Journey, and
because there will be definitely some tales that we'll be telling.
Oh yeah, there'll be definitely like things that you
more experiences that you guys want to hear.
100%. We can't do it. We can't show it throughout the whole first episode. You get me? So this is just a You get me? A taster into what you're
Gonna be getting into.
yeah, what you'll be getting in these podcasts. But thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And you'll catch us soon from Dads Are Us. We'll catch you soon.